Sometimes the most revealing observations don't come from political commentators or journalists. Sometimes they come from people inside the communities themselves. What this Muslim preacher describes is something a lot of people quietly notice but rarely hear spoken about openly: tribal voting. He talks about a local councillor, a native British man who by all accounts did a good job. The area was well looked after, the streets were clean, things were running properly, the kind of basic local governance most expect. But when election time came around, it didn't matter. He lost. And according to the preacher, the reason was simple. The local population had changed. Native British residents were no longer the majority in that area, and the people living there preferred to vote for someone from their own community instead.
To tell the truth, I prefer white councillors. I'm going to say this irrelevant to people being offended. We had good white councillors. I'm commending the white people as councillors. In UK, you are good councillors. We prefer white councillors in our areas because they do a better job, frankly speaking. We had Jeremy Evans, who's known as Jerry locally, good man in terms of his counselling work. He did fantastic work. He would clean up everything. And then the Pakistani community didn't vote him back because he was not a part of their Baradari, the tribal system. Jerry Evans was a good councillor for Spark Hill area. He carried out fantastic work. He did work for everyone. Whenever they needed a task done, he carried it out. Yet our community failed him, did not vote him back in because he was not from their tribal system. And people vote these people based on the Baradari, the tribal vote. Shabana Mahmood won on a tribal vote. Now she's Home Secretary. Imagine that. Home Secretary being voted in on a Pakistani tribal vote. That is how miserable the politics of this country has been.
What makes this interesting is that it's not being pointed out by critics of immigration or political commentators. It's coming from a Muslim preacher himself, openly acknowledging that this kind of block voting happens. Local elections are supposed to be about who does the best job for the area, but when communities start voting along ethnic or tribal lines, the incentives change completely. Competence becomes secondary, identity becomes everything, and it's another reminder that the native British people will be outvoted before being demographically replaced.